had just defeated Ramirez when a dark, new threat emerged. A threat fueled by man's desire to use knowledge for power.
My lady, we have a new problem. Raspun and his ghastly Order of the Dragon are trying to gain control of Bishop Matthias's library. If its knowledge falls into their hands, the Order will have access to powerful technologies.
And I presume that is undesirable?
Wars, my lady, are not merely won by force alone, but by whoever possesses the technological edge.
I understand. Then there's no time to waste. We must beat Raspun to the chase.
I am glad you are aware of the seriousness of the situation. Princess, I have a plan. If we want to stop Raspun, we should win the Archivist's favor. Living at the ancient library, he has access to powerful technologies. If we send clerics to help him with his research, he surely will show us how to use this technological knowledge. So do not lose time.
I warn you, Princess. Do not interfere with my business. The Order possesses powers you do not want against you.
To train clerics, we need a church. As you can see, this beautiful village is missing one. There is already a basic economy. This will help us.
Alright, welcome back to the third mission. The game's getting a bit more interesting now. And we're starting here with a village already built with the basics, so we don't have to do that every single time. And we're starting now with going for influence and prestige and technology, so we can also research technologies. So as you can see, more things are added. Those missions are getting a bit more complex, and I tell you that the last missions really are bone hard with lots of things to do. So right now we have to establish a church branch here, and for that we do need prestige level 2. Well, how do we get prestige? Let's have a look at that. We need to build prestige buildings, objects, and they cost me a lot. They cost valuable stone here for this one here. They will also cost later more coins and iron and stuff like that. Right now we have a statue here, and we can build them to beautify our town. As you can see, we can have several objects here. Objects that I could also upgrade or purchase and unlock with the coins that I'm getting every time I finish a mission there successfully. Now let's see, here we have a bit of a free space there, and let's just have a little fountain here. That's one. And we can still have a second one, so a memorial garden perhaps, just beside it. Why not?
Excellent.
And this gives us the next prestige level.
Now you have enough prestige. Build a church.
And with the prestige level, I can now unlock new things.
So begin your construction.
In this case, we're going for Stronghold, Export Office and Church, and we unlock it. And with that, we have now unlocked those buildings. Let's have a look at them. There it is, the church, with where we can begin to, well, recruit clerics. And let's just have it here. I think this is a good location there, just in the middle of my town there.
Take a closer look at your village.
Closer look. I just did that.
You'll discover some weak points in your economy.
Alrighty. Let's have a look at that. Shall we have that? Now we do have...
Another grain barn, for example, would supply your bakeries with...
Oh, he's never really stopped talking, right? We do have a lodge over here with the sawmill and the woodcutter. Do we have a second lodge somewhere? We do have one here with another woodcutter. So we have two woodcutters, but not a second sawmill as far as I can tell. So for that, well, let's just have a second sawmill then, that we can have here. We can't have a forester yet, nope, who can, you know, rebuild the forest there. So another sawmill should do nicely. We have 2 quarries here for the stone. Very good. We have, I think, 2 farms here. Grain barns, 2 windmills. That's actually looking pretty fine so far. But I don't think we have a bakery anywhere. Oh yeah, we have 2 bakeries there. Probably he told me something important there just while I was talking. It should not matter. We do have a mint here. So do we have a gold deposit? Oh yeah, there we have it. Gold and the coal miner. And how much coal do we have? Oh. Let's have another gold miner here. That's more important than coal. We do have... Actually, we are quite full on many things. There's the church coming up.
Princess, you are doing well. The new church looks beautiful in your village.
It does, doesn't it?
Let me tell you a secret. You attract clerics with beer.
Alrighty, so we need a brewery.
So, you should build a brewery to produce it.
Let's build 2 actually. And they do need what? They need grain and water. So at the moment we should have another grain barn here because we have 2 grain barns for 2 windmills. That's fine, but it's certainly not a good ratio. And I think we're also going for another farm over here that has another
With this
grain barn.
brewery, you are now able to make beer and order your first clerics.
Right, so there are the breweries coming up, and we also need a well
bring some food to your brewery.
that we don't have yet. There is the well. So this one has water supply then and
Worker
endless.
there will be more motivated and work harder. He will produce more beer than before.
Right, let's have one well here. Let's not try to destroy the fences there. I like those fences. Let's keep them. And let's have a second well, because I think we'll need one. And we'll have this one over here. Righto? So 2 fences, 2 wells there. And we now need to produce beer. I think they're starting with that soon. There's the grain coming. So the workers and the carriers, you know, recognize automatically what is needed the most. And they don't bring all the grain to the mill all the time. So if they know that some other buildings have the grain demand, well, they're just bringing some of that also to that building then. Those beautiful farms there and windmills. I love the buildings. It's just amazing. Keep in mind that this game is 10 years old. Beautiful graphics there. It must have melted the PCs back then. Over here we have the farm. The grain barn is now being constructed. Very good. So that we have at least 2 farms that are producing for the breweries only. And we do have enough stone though. Very good. Population wise we're also fine. Let's just have another residence just to work on that. Then we can have another residence. And there's the well, where my brewers can now take the water from. And it supplies endless water. So we have 2 of that, that should be fine. So they're really just waiting for, yeah, water now, actually. No one's delivering them water, it seems. Let's also speed it up again a bit. There, now we got some water for the breweries. Now we are also producing some beer down here. She's getting her water now. No, he's bringing it to the storehouse first, so she has to get it herself. Alrighty, why not? Alright, yeah, get your clothes right. Everything fits, you look beautiful. And let's start brewing me some beer. That was easy and fast too.
Delicious. Now use this beer to train clerics.
And now we can do that. They only cost 1 beer each, so we do need 2 more beer that we can produce here. And yeah, also this farm here is now working. As you can see, those barns here, they need some space around them, so I can't just place 3 barns here side by side. That would just totally overload the area here where they can work on, so I'm not going to do that. And yeah, let's start recruiting those novices. So 2 of them for now. Let's actually have 3 right away. They also need some food. We have enough food and some space. We do have enough space, and the carriers are now transporting that to the church. And by the sound of it, we are recruiting them now. So 1 more is needed. So with 1 more beer, we can then go for it. And something else opened up here. That is for the brewery, for example. If I want to have more beer, I could, for example, supply better food to this residence here. So by default, 1 residence doesn't consume any food. Whoops. But I can boost it with more food.
Splendid, Princess. Your clerics are ready. Quickly, send them to the archivist in the ancient library, for he will in return grant you access to all the secret knowledge hidden in his books, without which we could not research powerful new technology.
But how do we stop Raspun?
The key to that answer, my lady, lies in science. Research will prove most valuable in defeating Raspun.
Right, here we need to research. By the way, on the right side here, we have the map. So I can see on the red dots, that's my territory. And here we can then go to the other territories, and we do see that there's an event location. So it's this one here, I guess, where we have the Science Monastery. Send the novices to the Ancient Library. That's the Ancient Library here. So we can send 3 of them to the Ancient Library. As Raspun casts his dark shadow upon the Ancient Library, the archivist grows more and more worried. Support him by sending novices as scholars to gain access to the library. And this would give us the technology board. Let's send them.
Clerics need some time until they arrive at the Ancient Library.
And there they're on their way now.
Use this time to take a look at your realm and try to strengthen your economy.
Alrighty, by looking around, I
Keep
think...
in mind that there will be fights later on.
Yeah, that we need to conquer something, so probably
Look
this
if
one here.
certain goods are missing and build the necessary production chains.
Thank you for pointing that out to me. How many soldiers do we have?
Consider attacking the adjacent sector to have more building space or access to further resources.
We're going to recruit some... Let's see. Oh yeah, we can actually have some musketeers here too. Let's say 3 musketeers and 3 pikemen. We do have the resources for all of that at the moment. So it's being transported now to the tavern there again, because I want to get this territory here, this sector here. There's some hunting grounds here and also some coal down here. That might be interesting. Where are my clerics? There they are, on the way to the Ancient Library. And that is something I really love about this game, those sectors that you have. There's so many interesting sectors also coming up in the next missions then, where you can do stuff that is so different from any strategy game that I've played so far. And here we have them coming into the Ancient Library.
Oh, thank you, Princess, for sending help to do my research. This surely proves your interest in my work and ancient knowledge. As a token of my appreciation, I shall now show you how you can access powerful technologies that will be of great benefit to you.
Bravo, Princess! The Archivist is pleased and grants you access to his research at the monasteries. Now, as he granted you access to the technology board, you should do some research. Research ballistics, as this would be of great help in overthrowing Raspun's fortifications.
Alrighty, let's do that. Use the technologies to your advantage. And over here we have the technology board, and this one's pretty interesting. So there are certain types of victories you can have in the Settler 7. One is military, one is by having enough victory points. And victory points you can gain by technological advance. And in this case here, we want to research ballistics, but for that we need the geology or the forced march first. Forced march here gives us another prestige point, so that's interesting. Troops would move twice as fast with this one here. And with that one here, the production time of stonecutters is lowered to 40%, while miners do their work in 60% of the usual time. Pretty cool technologies there, really boost the economy. So we want to have them. We want to have those technologies, and for that we need more clerics, more novices. In this case I can have quite a lot of them, so let's have 6 right away. We do have the materials. The only thing we don't have is enough building space or enough living space. So let's have another residence somewhere here. It's quite full here anyway. We could have it here, I guess. Yes, another residence in here on the main road. And we can hear the sound of new recruits. We also have, 9 armies here now, so 9 troops. Let's send them to the sector here. We could, by the way, also get the sector. It's not open yet, the tab for that. We could also take the sector here when we have novices that we can send over there. That's also something. But let's send those troops to that sector. Yeah, we don't have enough building space. I'm already building it. Enough living space. And we have 6 novices, so let's go for the research. And here we have the forced march and the geology. Let's go forced march. I click on it, and those novices are coming out and going for the research library over here, the ancient library. So we want to achieve that, while my troops are conquering the next sector. And yeah, we just stay on the highest speed. I think the highest speed is still fine. It's not too fast, and things are just a bit more quickly. In multiplayer, you can't change, obviously, the speed, so it's always normal. But multiplayer games are really stressful in this game, I tell you that. With so many sectors and victory points you can collect. And of course, there should also be always time to admire the graphics. And this whole game, and also the storytelling, it just really feels like a fairy tale that you're playing, like a good storytelling book. And that is just something I really love about it. The troops here are fighting, should be winning, even though they gave me a hard fight. I lost one. And they're now conquering this one here. Where are my novices going? They're going for this one here, the Crafts Monastery. No idea why they're going to this one here now. Yeah, right. We can also go for the geology. We should do that. So also on this one. So we have now 2 technologies being researched. And there are the novices coming out for that. Alrighty. Are we having a coin production? There it is. But I want to have a second one. Right? Because I think we do have... yeah, lots of gold. And coal is coming up here with this sector that we conquer now. And there it is. It's ours now. Let's get the storehouse. And we can also have a mountain sledge right here. Shelter. With the coal. Right, and since we have some hunting grounds here, I should also have a lodge for those hunting grounds. Rather in the center, I think. With 2 hunters. They're going then for those hunting grounds. They replenish, by the way, but slowly. But there are. And we need them for the sausages. The fancy food, as it's called. Right, we have the forced march, so my troops move now twice as fast. And we also will have the geology now soon. So there it is, now we have it. And we still need 4 clerics here now, or novices, for the final technology. And yeah, we do have quite a lot of beer ready, so shouldn't be a problem recruiting all 4 of them. And where's that bread coming from? That's really a lot of bread that I see there all the time. Those bakeries are not producing that much bread. At least I don't think so. As we can see over here, we already have the storehouse, the mountain shelter, so those buildings are being built really quickly. And the lodge over there, so let's have a second coal mine, right? we do have the materials for that, after all. So we have 2 gold miners then, and 3 coal miners. And yeah, we can now go for ballistic. So long range attacks of musketeers, cannons and fortifications cause 33% more damage. And my 4 novices are on the way now. While that is happening, I want to reinforce my army a bit. So we have 8 now in that. 3 musketeers. We want to have more musketeers for sure. Let's have a look. I do have enough here though. So let's have 3 more musketeers and 3 more pikemen. Right, that cost me a bit more of gold coins, which we're producing. And I should also have, once again, another residence. In this case, let's go for the noble one. Just here. And I realized that I'm sacrificing building space here for the extensions. So I only will have 1 extension for this one there. But it's fine. And we're going with the butcher in this case. Because we are now getting some meat from over here, from this district. And thus we can have a butcher that is then, well, fancy food, making fancy food out of it. Sausages and that. Let's have a second noble residence, because it gives me a lot of population there over here. So we can then have here perhaps another butcher. Let's have 2 of them. Why not? Perfectly fine. And as we can see, the meat is rolling.
With the help of this technology, Raspun should be an easy target. Watch out! He hides in the mountains in the north and seems to be well defended. Find a way to him and pay him a short visit, eh?
The Order will triumph.
And aren't you just as much in love with the music as I am? The music is just fantastic, like every single track. I could listen to them all day long. Absolutely beautiful music there in the background, really high quality. And oh, we can still have 1 musketeer there with 1 more coin. We already have 6, and over here we have the fortification. I just don't know if 6 is enough, you know, 6 musketeers. Even with the research that we just now have. So I think we'll just go for a few more musketeers then. Crash Rasputin's defense, Raspun's, not Rasputin. And how to fight them efficiently? Well, with musketeers. But for that we do also need some coins. So let's just wait it out a bit to have a few more musketeers. I'd rather play it the safe way. Alright, so 8 musketeers should be enough. We have 8 pikemen, 8 musketeers. Let's go for his sector over there. So we just click on it. And while they're on the way, what I've seen here is I don't have enough plain food anymore. And we do have some fishing grounds here. So let's have a lodge just here. With 2 fishermen working on that. Now, they're over here now. Let's have a look. They should hopefully do a bit more damage. Nope. They're really taking lots of time to reload every time. And oh boy, I have a bad feeling about this one. It looks like a close one. Right, so we have 2 more... 3 more musketeers. Oh my. Okay, 1 more volley should be fine of 2 musketeers. Very good, and there we've won it. The problem is I have a second tower here. I don't feel so good about this. Is this one also a fortification with musketeers? Because then we have a problem. I think this is a second one. So in this case, yes, it is. So we need to send our troops back there. Is that impossible? Retreat. Which doesn't seem to be possible, really. And we're losing all our musketeers here. So there is a second fortification. So that is a pretty hard thing here, pretty hard nut. Because we don't have that many musketeers anymore. And I would need gold coins to improve that. No, we don't have any gold anymore, that's the problem. 12 more gold coins, that's a few more musketeers, but certainly not enough. Alrighty, and after a bit of waiting time, we had a lot of gold actually in the storehouse, so I just waited for the gold coins here to being produced. And we have now enough musketeers. In fact, we have 15 now of those musketeers, so quite a lot. That's all the gold that we really had. So hopefully that's enough, otherwise we're totally screwed. And my musketeer is now on his way. While he's doing that, I want to show you something else. We have prestige objects here on buildings as well. So the church, for example, has prestige object, and it's the cemetery. So for 1 stone, we can get 1 prestige point, like that. And we can add more to it then, as you can see, to have a bigger cemetery here. And each time I get 1 more prestige point. So that's going to be quite interesting and important in the future then, when we go for those prestige points. Alright, we got 23 soldiers, 15 of them are musketeers, quite the army already. As you can see, it's a bit strange that the musketeers are going in the front, but well, who am I to judge? And they're on their way now to capture this one here, so we still have 1 tower over there, and those musketeers should really burn it down quickly, and hopefully so. Look at that, that's my army. It's already feeling like total war, the size of it. And yeah, this is bringing it down quite quickly there, even though he's also doing quite a lot of damage. Right, we're still losing quite a lot of them though, as far as I can see. Yep. Alrighty, 1 more volley, and then we should have it. That's it, that's the second tower, and now his soldiers are coming out as a last resort. And yeah, that should be really easy though. I was expecting one of them to die instantly, but he didn't. Oh well. And that's it. We have won the battle. My general is mounting his horse, and now on the way... We're not killing this general though, for some reasons. And on his way now to capturing this sector. And I think with that we should have solved the mission, because I certainly will not be able to breach those gates here. Where that general is going back now with someone running after him. So let's have a look. We are at 70% already. Unfortunately, there's nothing else here. No more sectors that we could conquer for gold, for example, to recruit more soldiers. So it should be over with this one here.
You have crossed my plans, Princess. I shall remember that.
Bravo, Princess! You have been victorious again. The technological advantage is ours.
And what of Bishop Matthias? Is he in accordance with us using his knowledge?
Well, I'm sure he has no objection. After all, we did just fend off Raspun for him.
But in his eyes, that may not privilege us to his assets. Perhaps I best contact him and clarify the matter.
Oh, I would highly discourage that, my lady. Why wake a sleeping lion? The bishop need never learn of our conquest.
But we would be dishonest.
Perhaps. But why not claim what we have rightfully earned? You do still want to conquer Tandria, yes?
Of course.
Then perhaps the cause justifies the means.
And that's the third mission of the Settler 7.
Successful.
Going to be more interesting from now on. Stay tuned.
While Zoe was still contemplating a bishop's reaction, Raspun and his Order of the Dragon were making other plans.
You have already interfered with my plans once. This time you shall not be so lucky.
Raspun is blocking an important trading route and seeks control of the area around Winterlin and its wealthy trading post. If it falls under his command, he may become too powerful to defeat.
Raspun appears to be a great strategist. He knows exactly what targets to strike, doesn't he?
Raspun has a military background. Please spare him your admiration.
He used to be a soldier?
Not by far. He was a general in King Baldur's army.
A general? Then why did he join the Order?
He had a disagreement with his king.
Over what?
Over how to rule Tandria. Princess, this village heavily depends on the supply of goods by a wealthy trading post. Look, this port is only a few steps away from us. But, as you can see, Raspun and his followers set up camp and are now blocking the trading route. The villagers are cut off and need our help, so try to clear the passage to the port.
Alright, welcome back to the Settlers.
Assemble your bravest soldiers and put an end to Raspun's blockade.
And we need to go to the trading post over here.
Raspun's camp may be well protected by a palisade.
So we need to go for this one here.
As this village has been cut off from
and
the trading
this one
port
here.
for a long time,
And this one here.
It only has a small contingent of stones left. So always keep an eye on your stock.
He's a talker, we know that by now, right? He never knows when to stop. Look at that. It just continues all the time.
The passage is open again.
Yes, yes. Okay, trades up. So let's have a look at our resources first. We do have not that much stone, he said so. And over here we do have an easy target, actually. We do have, it's only 3 people there, so we can go for this one right away since we have lots of pikemen and musketeers to go for this sector here. So let's have a look. We need to conquer all the way over here. So here we have another easy one, I guess. No, this is 10. That's a lot, actually. And then we have the trading somewhere down here. Right, there it is. So that's the green one that we need to go for. Over here, we already have a small village here that is working, kind of. Do we have a forest lodge? I don't see one. There we have one though, yes. Woodcutter and sawmill, a hunter. So we could have another woodcutter here and another sawmill here. And here we are already in the process of conquering this territory. Over here where there's lots of gold and also some stone and lots of coal as well. Stuff that we need. Right, so let's have a look as well. Yeah, and we won the battle there. We also have some grain farms down here. So, 3 of them, quite a lot. 1 windmill. We can have another grain farm here. And yeah, another windmill here, which is not possible. Okay, for some reasons, like, oh, there it is. My bad. Okay, so there we have 2 more. So we have the windmills then for the bakery, because we do need that. And let's have a second bakery here and a brewery over here. And I think a second brewery also over here, so that we get enough beer then for the clerics that we need. And meanwhile, while that is being built, everything here, we have some fishing grounds. Yeah, we do have some fishing grounds over here. So let's also have a forest or a lodge here. Right. Let's have this street going to this spot here, because then we can still build something here and have 2 fishers in this area. There are 2 for those 2 resources there for now. And this one here could also do something. Actually, that's a noble residence. We do have quite a lot of them. We can have one. Oh, there's a butcher over here already. We can have a mint here as well. And we already have a mint there too. And let's have a second butcher too. Right, so we have the hunters there, the fishers here, and I think, yeah, we can have another hunting ground here. So we already conquered it. Let's have a storehouse here. With that, we also have another lodge then, just here. And over here, we have 2 mountain shelters that I want to have here. So one here, and the second one here, being then connected with the road. And then to the main road here. Right, because we want to have 2 gold miners here. I'm going to have 1 quarry for this one there, and then 2 coal miners that we have here. And that should be perfectly enough already for the mines that we have over there. And we can also now go for technology again. So that's one of my goals right now. That's why I'm going for some beer as well. You know, because once we have the beer, we can build the church. Actually, we should be able to build the church already. We can certainly, yeah, upgrade the first tier here now. So that means we can now build a church. And we do actually have enough materials for that. So let's have a church. The question is just where. Yeah, this is not so good because we want to have a cemetery added as well. So we could have it here or here. Yeah, this is actually a better spot. Let's have the church here, close to our castle. And in this district, we already finished the storehouse. So here we can have another hunter. And we're also going to have a woodcutter and another sawmill here. So lots of planks that we're going to have. And also some meat here and there. And over here, already our mountain shelters are coming up. Now let's have a look at the next territory. That's this one here. And this is heavily guarded by him. He's got a tower here as well. If we want to go down this route there, and we need to go to the trading post, drive Raspun off the trading route. It's this one here. That's a heavily guarded one. And for this tower there, we'll definitely need some more musketeers then. And also some research, of course. And we can already go for more musketeers at this point. I just want to finish the church there before I do anything else. And yeah, I also will need more residents. So we'll probably go for another noble residence just here. Right, and a normal one as well. And right, we do need a well as well, because I don't see one. Oh yeah, there's actually one here in the middle, in our town center. Very good, so we don't need to focus on that. Yeah, we are capped now on our population. There's no more stone here, so we're really depending on that 10 stone that we have there only, which we already work upon. Very good. There's really no more stone. Is there any... Oh, there's lots of stone here. So once we conquer this one here, we can go for more stone then. Could be a close one with the stone though. There's the noble residents coming up. We need them. And yeah, at least the church is also being constructed now. We don't have any more stone though here. For now, I don't think we need any more though. Noble residence and another noble residence. So we do have quite a lot of room again to maneuver around, but actually not that much. How much is giving one residence giving us here? 4. Alright, let's have one more. Right, and the church is also finished, so as we can see we got lots of beer. So let's go for some recruiting here. 3 should be fine for this one here, but we definitely want to go for ballistics before I attack him. So that's... I need 6 actually. 6 of those clerics for starters. So this is going to be quite close to my population limit then once again. But yeah, a really interesting mission starting with. Lots of options that we have here. And trading will be opened up then after this mission as well. So then we can start also with the trading, which is also quite a strategic aspect. And there we have now enough clerics for at least the geology there. And then also the forced march. So those 2. And out they come, my clerics. On their way to where actually? Ah, I think over here to the Science Monastery. They can always go, you know, they can even go through hostile territory like this one here. Because they're neutral. So no problem for them. For the trading, however, you need to have one path. Righty. We do have quite a good thing. Yeah, we do need 4 more for the last research then. That's them. And then we can also go for some musketeers already. That's a 4 for now. And I will need another residence though. Quite full here already. We can squeeze one in here. 1 residence. And I want to have another one. We can squeeze this one in here. I realize we can't have then any buildings here, but that's okay for now. It's important to raise our population cap there. How many musketeers do we have? 3. And 4 are coming, so we have 7 then. And we also reached a new prestige level because, yeah, we researched forced march and the geology, and we should be able... Nope, we are not. Right, we do need 1 more population there. Now we have it, right? Yeah. Now I can go for ballistics. And off they go. For some reasons we're not building the residences there. I think everyone's busy. Oh yeah, both of them are busy right now. From the constructor. We could upgrade this one here then to have more constructors later on. And yeah, there we are now finishing the residence here. Very good. And this one's also finished. So we do have quite a lot of room again. And we can actually have, yeah, 4 more. In this case, the mints should be working. And yeah, actually, it's fine as it is because gold is not stacking up there. And flour also not. So we do have enough bakeries there. It's just 1 tower as far as I can see, right? No, there's a second one. That's a problem though. And the third one. Are you kidding me? That will be a huge army that I need for that territory. So let's just wait until we get a bit more gold there. Should be quicker now with the research. Alright, and we should probably have now enough. We have 17, actually 18 musketeers that we can use now on the attack. And I just don't think that we need to kill all or destroy all of the towers here. I don't think that I think we only need this one here, but we'll just see that. We have 18, perfect, let's go for it. Let's start the attack. My army is coming out. Let's speed it up there a bit. Quite the army. And yeah, attacking this tower now. This shouldn't be a problem though, just this one here. Everyone's preparing, even the tower is waiting. Then we can start the attack. And oh, we've already lost the first one. He's doing a lot of damage. Right, but that shouldn't be a problem. While that is happening, let's also recruit more musketeers then here. Since we do have the coin. Right, and I think we are capped on gold ore as well, yeah. So I will also reduce here the boost, so we boost only this one here with plain food. What's happening here? Oh, now we've won it. Okay, very good. So the first tower is down. Let's see what happens. He's coming out, so that's a good sign. If he's coming out, we have to kill him and then we can go for this one here, I think. And he's got lots of pikemen there. 10. Yeah, but it's really not a problem with so many musketeers just shooting them away in the background. Just look at that, how fast he's falling. And we have won the battle, so hopefully they're going now for the castle there. They should actually. Very good. And that's it. That means we have conquered this territory here now, and we can then continue to this one here where there are 10 waiting. Unfortunately, there's no way to convert them yet with clerics then. So we have to take them by force again. And we do have 25, so that shouldn't be a big deal to go for the next one there. And as you can see, more musketeers are then coming. Also because we're recruiting them. And yeah, we can also go for at least 2 pikemen there, I think. That should be enough, because we lost a few there in the battle. Holy moly.
You again? How dare you? My revenge shall be merciless. Beware.
Very good, Princess. The passage to the port is finally free again, and Raspun is no longer blocking this trading route. Since the port is now accessible again, use this advantage to trade there for the stones you need. So, train traders at an export office. They will be able to trade stones for you at the port. It would be wise to build the export office as close to the port as possible. Why don't you construct it in the conquered sector?
Let's do that. Export office. I think for the export office we will need quite a lot of materials though. Yeah, 10 stone and 10 planks. We don't have that much stone yet, but I think we have, yeah, some stone deposit here. Lucky for us. So we just need to take this one here. So we do have the storehouse that we can build here again. Quite important. And then we have the mountain shelter here for 2 of them for now. Alright, and construct it over there. Lots of tips there again as well. So we could also go now for garments and clothes. So we could build them, I think. Yep, the weaving mill. And for that we need the shepherd. That is the farm. So we can have that here. Because we still have some room there. We don't have that much room here anymore. And I don't want to waste that. So here we can have a shepherd, for example. That is then working. Let's have 2 of them. And with the shepherd, we can then have in the capital, here with the noble residence, over here, the tailor. He needs food and clothes to produce garments, and garments are important for all different types of traders, because we want to trade those garments then. I think we just lost the middle ground here though. Yeah, we need the weaving mill though to produce the cloth. So that's this one here. Let's have 2 weaving mills then. And then we can have 2 tailors that we need for that. Alright. And let's have another shepherd here. So we have 3 shepherds there. Should be enough to produce enough of that. So lots of building. build constructions now. Hopefully we do have the materials for everything. Mountain shelter is coming up here. Storehouse is already finished. And here we now will have the shepherd then. Lots of coins that we have. Hopefully we're not recruiting anymore. Nope, because I don't think we need that. Even though we do have something here. And we do have some stone here. So let's just conquer this one too. Yeah, this one's too heavily fortified. Here we have towers, real big towers. So we need another unit for that then. I think, yeah, the cannoneers here. But here we can conquer this one there. Why not? We do have the time at the moment while we wait. And I have got a big army. And it's really just 10 pikemen. And then we have the shepherd as well. So they're producing now the wool. The wool is being produced to cloth then here. And the cloth to garments then here. With the tailor that we're building right now. There's the fighting. And as you can see, there's not much of a problem here. With so many musketeers that we have. And there we won the sector and get a bit of stone here as well. And we would also have some fertile land here for another shepherd if we needed to. There we're producing some more stone now. Very good, we need that. And we can also start with the construction of the export office now. I think it used to be called Traders Guild or something like that. Yeah, well, doesn't matter. We can have it. Hopefully. We can't build it, unfortunately, down here. We could have it here, though. I think... Or down here, actually. Yeah. Why not just have it here? We conquered it now. It's ours, so we can have a storehouse here once again. And then we have the export office down here as well. Right, very good. We could also have more stone production here in the mountain shelter. Yeah, we could actually fit 2 in here. Let's have 1 for now. That's fine. So the carriers are now bringing that over there. We could also, to speed it up, upgrade the streets, the roads here to streets. That would cost us a bit of stone though that we don't have at the moment. So we can do that later though. Right, and there are the carriers coming. Oh no, they're going in the wrong direction. I don't know why they need planks here though. There's nothing I'm constructing here. I think they're delivering it to this sector here and then it's being transported to the other sector. One by one. Very good, and over here we have the tailors now that are already working. And thus we have quite some garments there already, 5. Very good. And they want fancy food. They're not happy with plain food. Actually, let's have plain food here because I switched it to fancy food to produce more coins. And we don't have that much fancy food anymore. Sausages. And here we have the shepherds. 3 of them. Quite overkill, I think, but, well, why not? And here construction will soon begin, and then we can build the export office. So let's wait for that. Alrighty, and there's the export office coming up now. That we build it.
Princess. Finally, trade is possible again.
And we can have these hawkers here that we can recruit now. They do need some garments and some population again.
Trading routes to foreign countries all over the world.
Let's recruit 2 for now because we do need some more buildings, some residences.
Provide us with stones.
Right, so let's have another residence over here. Because I really do need more population there. We are already at 92 then almost for this one. And here we can get rid of this mountain shelter here since there's no more stone here, so we can save a bit of population there again. For that production. They do disappear, right? Yeah, will disappear automatically. Very good. I've also sent my army over here now so we can have a defense just in case he wants to attack me. Just in case he dares to. Right, and now my carriers should then transport some garments from over here all the way down here to this district here, and then down here to this one here, where we have the garments then for those hawkers. Let's get actually 5 of them up there for now. And we should then be able to trade something here. There it is. Actually, we do need to trade stone. Down here we have the trading routes now. Right, and here we can see garments for 3 stones needs 2 hawkers that we need for that. And what we can also do here is having some ornaments, like with all the other bigger buildings, like the church that has a cemetery. This one here can have park and songbirds, and we do actually have enough stone. So let's have a little park here. Isn't that looking cute? Just a little park here around the building there. That gives us a bit more prestige. Unfortunately, right now we can't build anything else or purchase anything else here. But we would have 5 prestige points now that we could use then. And yeah, we already have the 2 hawkers there. So let's go for the trade route and this one here. So we do need the garments for the stone. And we do need establish a trade route, trade stone. And now they're going over here to the port.
Great! Your traders were successful. They have discovered a trading route for stones. You may now trade stones at the trading post.
And here we have it. So let's trade one.
Send some to the port and let them trade stones.
And we even got an achievement for that.
As soon as enough stones are available, fortify the sector you have just conquered with a stone rampart.
Okay, so it's this one here, right? No, this one here. That we have to fortify then. But there are the garments that we want to trade, so we got them now. And he's bringing the garments now to the export office, so he's taking quite some route here. And now that we have them in here, we should then be able to transport them. Trade stone. So that's the only thing that we really need to do here. And there's more stone. Actually, we do have enough stone here because we have this stone deposit there. But well, who cares, right? We're not recruiting anyone anymore. So this one here is delivering it to the export office. And there's the trader who's now delivering the garments to the port. And then back again with the stone.
You are no match for the dragon god.
Right, and there's an attack coming.
I'm afraid he will strike back again. Repair the palisade in the sector you have just conquered.
And there's an attack coming then. We need to fortify and repair this sector here.
To a strong stone rampart.
So we repair it now and then we can upgrade it. And I will also recruit more soldiers.
Raspun won't have a chance against you. Otherwise, he will overcome you and the fight for Tandria will end here.
Oh no, hopefully not. I don't think so. So we are repairing now those burning towers here. They definitely need to be repaired when he attacks in about 6 minutes and 50 seconds. So we are just repairing it now and then we can upgrade it and just wait for the attack here.
You raised your stone rampart just in time. Ha! As expected, Raspun is preparing another heavy attack on your realm. But your stone rampart will withstand his every attack. Lean back and watch his soldiers smash up against your wall. How amusing! Raspun's forces are taking heavy losses.
And they're just one-shotting him.
You're fighting on the wrong side.
Godspeed, my lady. You have defeated Raspun.
Impressive, young princess. You've defeated me as if you had anticipated my every move.
I was merely lucky, that's all.
I don't believe in such things as luck or chance, but rather that you were aided by someone who knows me.
I doubt we have common friends.
Then perhaps it was not a friend, but an enemy.
Do your enemies have such intricate knowledge of you?
Unfortunately, some do.
Alright, this has been the next mission, and we'll continue with the next one. The next episode, stay tuned.